down in Denmark. So I'm here for a couple days of sales kickoff meetings. My colleagues from various sales departments that we have across Europe are going to be here to go over some products, look at some products that we're going to be releasing next year, talk overall strategy, as well as starting to do a lot of instructional videos that we post onto YouTube. So we'll just kind of like, each country will batch kind of these instructional videos in their own languages, and then that way we have local languages for the various countries that we have offices in. I'm also really excited because I'm gonna get the opportunity to sit down with our CEO to discuss some of the things I've been working on the last few months around getting the foundation of our operations up and running for Isabella USA. Everything around how we're gonna store all of our goods, how we're gonna manage to ship them. Also, in addition, some really, really cool things that I haven't shared here regarding my strategy on how we're gonna bring Camplet to the United States and how we're gonna distribute them. I can't wait to show you what I've been working on there, because I think it's gonna be a really, really neat concept that really utilizes the small footprint of the Camplet. So yeah, it's always great to be in Denmark. This is very much an opportunity for me to see my family as well. So in addition to the work stuff that I just mentioned we've got going on, I can't wait to catch up with all my family. And midsummer is on Tuesday. I've never been over here for that, which also is a cool time of the year to be here. So I'm gonna go pick up my rental car. I'm a little tired, but I managed to sleep on the way over, as well as just this last leg from Amsterdam to Billund. So gonna go get my car.
Nice to see you, my friend.
When you first walk into Isabella, there's something that you clearly cannot miss, which is this beautiful 1957 board Isabella. Now, of course, my grandfather couldn't afford this when he first started Isabella, but it clearly was something that he was dreaming about and working towards, because he actually ended up naming his company after this vehicle. Other than serving as a kind of reminder of the past, it also now gets to see daylight for special events, and when we celebrate an employee's 25th anniversary, they also get a drive in this car to the Isabella Forest, which I'm looking forward to showing you and telling you about a little bit later on. But when you first walk in, this is what you're presented with, so I thought that this was such a great opportunity to give you a little bit of this bits and pieces of the history and what makes a lot of this building, and Isabella in particular, just so special. So follow me along. I'm gonna take you through, there's a small section where there's some really cool historical components that I'd love to show you. We're gonna go to the old production hall, which is now primarily service for prototyping and developing, and also where we make our edge carpets. And then we're going to wrap up down by the Isabella Forest, because I think it's such a unique element to what we do here. So come on. Real quick, wanted to go over a brief story about some of these, or this model in particular, these little old school mini models. That one in particular, I was admiring it earlier, and one of the sales reps stopped and showed me a picture of when he was at a campsite earlier last year, and he couldn't believe it, but he actually saw one of those, that actual unit that was made in the early 70s being used by a customer last year. So pretty insane that something from the 70s was still being used. Again, I talk about this all the time, but definitely showing a testament to our dedication to using high quality materials and making products that last. So On our way to the production facility, we actually walk through. We have a bit of a kind of like an old school showroom up here I remember coming here as a kid and there being like parties in here with my grandfather and a bunch of employees and for special events or so forth. So like I remember being up here with my parents and uncles and cousins and all sorts of stuff like that, like just playing and having a good time up here. So although there's lots of places around here that I find as being special and so forth. So let's keep going down to production. So welcome to what used to be easily the loudest room in Isabella. This is where Isabella was hand cutting canvas, hand sewing it, and building products that customers throughout Europe have created memories in for decades. Now it primarily serves as a place to service most of our customers' awnings in Northern Europe, repairs and so forth. We believe that we would rather repair an awning and give it additional life as opposed to making a product that is just thrown away after a couple of years. So after speaking with some of the seamstresses in here, it's not uncommon to see awnings that have been used for 8, 10, 15 years that are coming in here to be repaired. As well as our edge carpets are made here in Vejle, and in addition, it's where all of the prototypes are made that our development team is testing out or making or so forth. So I can't help but think about just how loud this area used to be. The smells with all the new canvas and so forth. Thinking about all of the years of production and employees that have worked here. It's also obviously all of this is very special, but walking through here, it definitely seeing some of the old machines and a lot of the equipment that's still in use is really cool. So now that we've seen some of the kind of production hall and so forth, let's go walk towards the back to the Isabella employee forest. So walking down towards the back, we passed a Bavarian-looking addition to some of the buildings back there, and that was actually the old canteen that my grandfather obviously was very inspired by the German style, kind of like Alps look. So definitely gives it character. And what's also kind of interesting about it are under the deck, when you first kind of walk up the stairs, under the pillars, there's some stones there, and those are actually stones that my grandfather had brought over from all of the countries that they have sales offices in. Those stones, there's some from Germany, from England, from Norway, the Netherlands, just as a way to kind of signify represent their locations and where they are in Europe. So just little things like that are all over this facility that give it so much just meaning and just cool things that make Isabella so special to people that work there. Well, we just passed Campion, which is the frame factory that makes all of our frames, as well as some frames for competitors. But I like to kind of say it's like the engineering science lab, essentially. So there's just like some really, just super smart people in that building who engineer entire, put together machines that help bend and cut, and very similar to our tour at Camp Let, but just a little bit different. They've got some robotic arms in there that are doing some repetitive processes for them. So I really enjoy going through there. So one of these times, we can definitely do a tour through there. But what I really want to show you right now is where I'm at, and it's at the rear of the Isabella campus, and it's the employee forest. I really just wanted to, bring you here because I think it is truly a special place that's really all about the people, the employees of Isabella. This concept was started in 1980, and for every employee who spent 25 years here, get a tree planted for yourself. As we saw earlier, you get brought in with the Isabella car, and all your colleagues are here celebrating you and your contributions. So I think it's such a unique and special way to really acknowledge the people that work so hard to make Isabella what it is. It's Isabella wouldn't be what it is today without all of the people who have contributed to its success. So I think it's just such a unique thing to see. There's new trees here. There's very old mature trees that it's just truly a special and quiet and peaceful place that really, I think, really makes sense for the type of industry that we're in. Bringing employees to nature and being able to come out here and enjoy on a beautiful day like today. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And listening to all the birds and the wind through the trees, it's truly special. That was a brief walkthrough, bringing you along with me on this trip. I had such a fantastic meeting with our CEO to kick things off. I feel just incredibly excited about some of the things that I have planned, and I enjoy bringing you along for those. But the framework on what it's going to look like this time next year, when we will have inventory in the United States, how we're going to go about selling, how we're going to go about marketing, and getting Isabella out into the great outdoors in America. So that was just such I feel it's unbelievable how much trust and confidence that not only leadership has in what I'm proposing and what I'm planning to do, but also just from my colleagues being here, the amount of people that come up to me and say, like, if you need, I'm always available if you need anything, ask questions about certain parts or how something's made, or no questions off the table. So it's just been truly nice to feel that sort of support and so forth, being 4,000 miles away from here. The sales kickoff was really great to be a part of, and seeing all the various people from different countries coming together and sharing their not only really funny stories, but sharing their knowledge and what they've been experiencing and what the market's like today and so forth. So it really was really nice to be a part of. So it's always bittersweet on the last day. I leave tomorrow. Obviously I want to get home to my family, but it's also just really special being over here. Thank you for following along this far. If there's anything that you feel like you'd want to see in the future, please let me know. I'm still getting comfortable with actually bringing this camera around and asking people to take part and so forth. So there's still a lot that I'm also getting out of my comfort zone on. But if there's anything that you're curious about, I'd love to know, so that way I can try to create some content around that and just further bring you in, because that's the whole reason why I'm doing this, is just trying to show you things like this that truly make Isabella so special. And it's not just about the fact that we try our best to make literally the best product that we can, that's going to be the best for our customers, that's going to survive season after season, camping trip after camping trip, but it's just so much more than that. So I'm happy to share. I'm happy to try to bring as much of what I love and have always loved about Isabella to you. So I am going to get packed up and start getting prepared for my flight tomorrow. But looking forward to bringing you along with what I've got planned back in the United States. Thank you.